Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the Baker Act and what you should do when the facility who is holding your loved one calls up and says, oh, we'd like to have a family meeting to discuss a discharge plan. Should you go to that? What do I think about that? So in my experience, when the facility is calling you to have a family meeting, what they're really trying to do is to gather enough information so they can document their file to keep your loved one. Okay. As far as a discharge plan is concerned, they certainly don't need to have a meeting with you to discuss it. They can say, look, here's our discharge plan. Here are our recommendations. Follow it or don't follow it. But this is our recommendations. And they are required to give you a discharge plan. Now, you don't have to follow the recommendations. In fact, if you're one of our clients and you have a loved one that needs help, we're going to help you with all of that. I have a couple of clinicians on staff that you can talk to. I have tons of resources that I can give you. You don't need the Baker Act facility, which most of the time when they're making a recommendation for a discharge plan, they're recommending that you go to one of their clinicians so they can make more money on you. And so I'm not a big fan of the whole family plan, sit down. I'm just not a fan of it because in my experience, what that is just a fact gathering meeting for the facility to gather more information so they can keep your loved one. Sometimes they do it in person. Sometimes they'll call you up and say, we just need to get some more information so we can document our file. Yeah, right. They're getting information because they want to find out if there's any history here so they can document your file so they can build a case to keep your loved one. And if they have health insurance, that's a very good reason for them to want to keep your loved one. And so just be really careful with this, which is why if your loved one has been detained, as I have said over and over again, the best time to get them out is right now. And as soon as they have been detained, if they need help, we'll work out a plan for you. We'll help you to put resources together so that you can prevent this potentially from happening again. But if your loved one's being held, especially if they're being held illegally, you need to fight to get them out, and you need to do it as soon as possible. You cannot allow the state, and it's the state that's taken custody of your loved one, even if though they're being held in a facility, that facility, even though it may be private in nature, for profit, is a licensed agent of the state's mental health system. They are licensed to detain and lock up and secure your loved one and prevent them from leaving. And they will do it by force if they need to, or without a court order. So yeah, be careful of the family meeting and discharge plan. With that said, thanks for tuning in. I'd love a thumbs up if you can give me one, and please subscribe to the channel. Take care. Bye-bye.